Welcome back to Eye on the Bay. I'm Brian Hackney with a show we're calling Dead Bay Area. It sounds grim, but I mean, it's really fascinating to visit some of these cemeteries to see some of the history in the Bay Area. And I'll bet you don't have a monument like that in your local cemetery. Fascinating. It was raised in memoriam of the show folks of America in 1945. Circus performers, show folks over the years, are buried here at Olivet Memorial Park. For them, the show did go on until it ended here in Colma. And then there is this sacred memorial.
Currently today we're in San Francisco National Cemetery, a phenomenal cemetery that was established in 1884. It's the oldest one on the west coast of the United States.
So hallowed is this ground. It is one of only 3 cemeteries in the city allowed to occupy valuable real estate. The Presidio was built to guard the strategic entrance to San Francisco Bay. 200 years later, military men and women still guard the Golden Gate.
It's something that is a lot more significant than just real estate. It's something that here these people have given their lives.
The U.S. Army left this post years ago. Today, the National Park Service and rangers like Jose Roldan oversee the Presidio's last overseers.
And it's a great reflection of all the conflicts that the United States has been involved in from its infancy.
Indian skirmishes, the Mexican War, the Spanish-American War, World Wars I and II, Korea, Vietnam.
This is Pauline C. Fryer.
Major Fryer, a woman, was personally appointed by Abraham Lincoln to serve as a Union spy during the Civil War.
Here we have Frederick Funston,
who ordered his troops to battle the Great Fire following the Great Quake of 1906.
Here we have William H. Tompkins.
Tompkins, an African-American, served in a cavalry known as the Buffalo Soldiers, who, following presidential orders, rode out from the Presidio to serve as Yosemite's first park rangers. Today, the bison stitched onto every National Park Ranger's uniform across the country honors the Presidio's Buffalo Soldiers.
And I feel very humbled to actually be working here and to actually be able to walk around these people and be able to know that they've contributed a lot to our nation.
And now a little cemetery road trip idea. I know it's not for everybody, but there's 2 historic plots of land worth exploring. One when visiting the San Mateo coast. Today, it's a tangled thicket of fir trees and weeds and poison oak. But more than a century ago, this was the site of a thriving town, Purísima. Off Verde Road, a few miles south of Half Moon Bay, you'll find this pioneer cemetery straight out of an old Hollywood movie. You think all the lost cities are in the rainforest. Look at this. The other, it's actually located in one of my favorite old towns in the South Bay. When hiking through the old quicksilver mines of New Almaden, check out the Hacienda Pioneer Cemetery.
This is a fun story. This is Bertram Barrett's arm.
I mean, these are the stories you're bound to find. A young man named Bertram lost his arm in a hunting accident, so they buried his arm here. Years later, when he died, there was no more room in the ground, so the rest of his body.
His body is buried in Oak Hill Cemetery in downtown San Jose. His arm rests in peace here.
For more information on where to find these and all of the cemeteries featured on the show, log on to cbs5.com/Eye on the Bay. Stay with us as we dig up more history on Dead Bay Area as Eye on the Bay continues.